3,
3,
there
2.
it is.
Okay, 1. Did we start the countdown over?
4.
Oh, okay, 6,
10.
5. Because if you added to 4, that'd be 10.
2.
That would be okay. So that would be all right. So
that's how many episodes we will get through. 4 before we are canceled.
Yeah, that's a good start.
Wait.
Intro. Oh,
yes, baby.
Oh. It's such a beautiful intro.
Wow.
Oh, man, we blew our entire show budget on that thing.
Well,
it's just
see you guys next week.
We are broke. That's it. That's the rest of the thing is ads. It's just ads all the way through.
This is a show for ads.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Grossi Perna Show, otherwise known as GPS, baby.
Oh, we're excited about this one, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yeah.
Are there any gentlemen actually watching our videos? I feel like they're all very ungentle.
Listen. Last night, speaking of budget, I flew out to Colorado and we packed out a stadium, had 30,000 people in there. And Perna, if I'm not mistaken, we have the footage from that. I told you just record that when we were on stage, when we were.
Yeah, sometimes, when you hit the record button and it doesn't go, but like it pops up and then you hit it again to like double check that it's recording and then it doesn't record. That's kind of what happened.
Brandon, I paid 30,000 people $2 on Craigslist to be there. I spent $60,000.
It's a lot of Craigslist.
You told me that it was worth it. It was going to go viral.
Well, it would have. We can do it again. Just get $60,000 more.
I refinanced my home.
Well, you might have to get a second job again. How do you feel about becoming a college professor?
I mean, we can listen. We'll see what happens. It's fine. Maybe they'll let us use their auditorium next time. Maybe, potentially. But folks,
PhD in Packer chronology.
In New York, I think that would be great.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
People are dying for it. But folks, we are so excited for the show. We are so fracking excited. I mean, we even got a sponsor for the show because diapers are expensive.
Oh my God. Anybody who's ever had a baby knows those things, they suck up a lot of money.
Oh yeah, baby diapers too. Yeah, those that's what I meant. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's what I meant.
Tom definitely doesn't use diapers because he never leaves that desk.
No, just depends.
Ooh, that would be a good challenge for clickbait. Somebody has to wear a diaper and use it during the show.
I think that'd be great. But Brandon Perna, I believe we do have a sponsor that we do need
check
to.
this out. DraftKings Sportsbook, before we even posted an episode, believed in us enough to sponsor the show. That is freaking awesome. DraftKings Sportsbook right now giving all new players a deposit bonus of up to $1,000 with their first deposit when you use code GPS.
Which is a wrestling chant. Like that legit. Like we could fill out an arena and they're chanting GPS. Like
that's awesome.
Like I think we should get in a steel cage. We can get DraftKings to sponsor that. We get in a steel cage, right? Make it happen.
What does the GPS wrestling stand for? George Pierre St. Paul?
Yes. Oh no, we just got sued hard. Like we just got obliterated in court right there. Okay. But we're not going to clip this part of the show out. Definitely not.
Nope, this will stay live. But if you're trying to bet on football action week 1, use our code GPS. DraftKings is supporting us And you support us by supporting DraftKings. Again, you can get up to $1,000 with their first deposit. With your first deposit, just using that code GPS. Or there's a link in the description. Always links in the description.
My dad said he liked DraftKings. That's legit. He's like, you got DraftKings? And I was like, yeah. He's like, they're a good company. I almost invested in them.
Wow.
He didn't, but I mean, that's a seal of approval.
Tell him to do it now because their draft stock is about to go through the roof when people find out they have sponsored this show.
We're down 35
head to the
points.
DraftKings Sportsbook app now and check out all they have to offer, including same game parlays, player props, live betting, and so much more. I like player props. I'll talk a little bit more about that later in the show. Like, you can bet on Dak Prescott to throw a touchdown or not. Like, that stuff is what I really enjoy. But yeah, big thank you to DraftKings. Again, maybe Tom and I will talk about what we're going to look at for Thursday night football in terms of betting. And maybe we'll talk about how the Cowboys could beat the Buccaneers.
Scooter's
ears. Scooter's not watching.
He is. He's in the chat right now. Listen, and I've been looking into gambling, and I think parlays, again, you could do it on Thursday night and Monday night because those are both Pirate teams, and those are that's when you could do the parlays.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure you can't do it on any other game, but I mean, because I'm kind of an expert now. So.
Oh my God. We just got a $50 super chat. Just Justin Shores, great show. Go Saints.
Go, Justin. Let's go, boys. Let's go, boys.
Yeah, if this is your first time watching, Tom and I aren't punishing each other with super chats if you're familiar with clickbait. But we'll try to answer some of the super chat questions as we get through the show. Today, we've got a lot of football stuff to talk about. Not as much as we'll have next week, but we got a lot today, guys.
And Friday.
The Ravens signed Le'Veon Bell. We want to talk a little bit about that.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting to the practice squad. A little Thursday night football preview. Bucks, Cowboys. I can't imagine a more painful way to start the season as a football fan, but we got it. Stephen A. Smith is possibly allowing fans to be his co-host because
he's watching the
show is running out of ideas. And I'm guessing people, they didn't want to pay somebody to host 5 days a week. So Michael Irvin one day, Tim Tebow one, and then a bunch of schmucks in the middle like us. So we might audition. We might audition for that.
I think we could crush it. I honestly think that we could crush it. So if you know what, I think we should audition like right now.
Oh, yes, I do. But I wanted to tell everybody what our ultimate goal for this show is.
Yes.
It's like, why would you guys do a show when you make like 20 fucking videos every week anyway? One, we hate our lives. So
only 20, I slowed down.
Spend in these little squares, the better. But if you watch Tom and I's channels, you might know that weeks ago we discussed that the Washington football team has narrowed down their new team nickname to just 3. This was weeks ago. This news is old. It is old news. But Adam Schefter tweeted about it today, and my Twitter feed was just filled with Washington football. It was trending to me. Football trending topics. Washington football team narrows its name down to 3. So Tom and I's goal is to become as powerful as Adam Schefter, where we can tweet old news, a news that's a month old, and then we make it trend. So we're trying to take over the world. We're live before Pat McAfee. I've already gotten in trouble for saying he's competition. So another goal is we're going to be the foreplay to the McAfee show. We're not partnered with him, but we're going to be the McAfee foreplay to warm you up. So those are our goals. We just want to make a good football show that you guys enjoy. We'll listen to your suggestions to try to shape it.
Yes.
And Tom and I just like talking football. So,
we do. By the way, folks, like this is a football show. Yeah. I'm sorry. But like baseball, not here. Basketball, maybe if the Bucks win again. But this is a football program, ladies and gentlemen.
Tom Grossi waiting till mid NBA season to see if the Bucks are still legit.
I'll talk about them on other things and other platforms. It'll still be YouTube. But I'm saying that GPS, this is football, baby. We're in football season. That's what we care about. I can't highlight these super chats. I don't know why. I can't do it. But people called us handsome, and it was really nice. It was I think it might have been my mom.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Yeah, if you scroll, why are you both so handsome? Thank you, Mom. Mom grew a mustache.
Yes, I've got the body of my mother and the face of my dad. So hope that answers your question. We are a good pairing. We're like wine and whiskey.
Oh.
Take us both at the same time and you'll feel good.
I feel like you shouldn't. Okay, listen, Brandon. I want to take this a little bit seriously. Okay, like we're auditioning right now for Stephen A. Smith. Okay, so I think we should bring
GOAT?
LeBron James.
That
wasn't the answer to the question.
Mario Andretti.
That was just LeBron James.
LeBron.
Every answer is LeBron James. That's it. Alan with a fitty. Bills. He's a Bills fan. Watching the History of the Falcons video by Secret Base, might have to become an honorary Falcons fan.
Wow.
Here's money. Well, first of all, man, you just want heartbreak and pain. Falcons? Oof. That's a big oof.
Bills and Falcons fans, no pain for sure.
Oh yeah. No, that's
dude, I love Bills fans so much. They carried me through the playoffs last year. They are my second team. This year, I'm jumping in on the 3 Bs. Okay, you've heard of double Ds. Well, I got the triple Bs. We're talking Broncos,
Better
1.
Business Bureau.
Bills, number 2. Browns, number 3. Broncos, Bills, Browns. Broncos, Bills, Browns. Also, just a little programming note. Tom probably going to keep a close eye on the NFC. I'm going to keep a close eye on the AFC. So Mondays, when you come here, we're going to recap, go through all the games. Hopefully, I have some insight from AFC teams. Hopefully, Tom's got the NFC covered. And then we wine and whiskey it together, baby.
That's it, baby. That's it. It's 11 a.m., but we don't care.
We don't care.
We don't. I have the whiskey right here. It's right here.
Broncos, Bills, Browns. Yeah. Yeah. Tom does have the whiskey there.
You do have the whiskey there. Where's your wine?
I'm waiting till they sponsor to get in this,
get a nice Syrah. Get that going. But let's talk about stuff and things. You mentioned Le'Veon Bell. Yes. And remember, we're auditioning, so we're very professional right now. Yeah. That's why I don't know if you saw this. I buttoned the top button right here. I buttoned it.
Oh, I should have worn a deep V for this.
But I mean, what are you wearing right now, Brandon Perna?
Oh yeah, I've got a little bit of That's Good Sports merch here, Tom.
Oh, do you?
You know, here's what's funny is like I made this T-shirt courtesy of our friend John, who helped redesign my logos. He designed the GPS stuff. John, talented, and he's like, I was impressed with his sound design on our intro. I was like, oh yeah, this guy knows what he's doing.
Oh yeah.
As a former video editor, you look for those things. But I put this shirt together. I'm like, oh, this merch is gonna bang. I've sold 3 or 4 of these maybe. And now, like, I just wear it around and wait for my wife to go, I really like that shirt.
Do you know how many of my first comedy album that I have sitting here in my basement with me? I was like, Mama, I'm gonna be a star. Now I give them away when people sign up for like Patreon tiers.
Yeah, dude, I remember watching some of your old stand-up. Like after I think our first interaction, I was like, I followed your Facebook, and then I was like, oh, he's got the stand-up stuff, and I watched some of that old Facebook, and there was like some improv stuff you had.
Yeah, there's improv stuff in there. Yep.
Like, okay, this guy's got some chops.
All right, he's got some things. Jimmy, thank you for the dono, buddy. Thank you.
Whoa,
Mama
Jimmy.
told me a ball is a ball, and you better not complain. That is correct. That is correct. And Gridley goes, Perna and Tom's takes are like a good whiskey and Coke.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I would say you're ruining that whiskey by throwing it in a Coke, but
yeah,
that's where I started. Whiskey and Coke was my choice.
Whiskey, ginger, and lime, baby.
Yeah, I had some a couple weeks ago just for that taste of nostalgia.
Oh,
wow.
Oh, Jimmy just donated a 69er.
Whoa.
Saying, Tom, can I get a yee followed by a dilly midnight shift drinking? Oh, Dilly. He's a Bud Light fan. Let's get into, speaking of Bud Light, let's talk about the Bud Light of running backs. And that is Le'Veon Bell signing with the Baltimore Ravens. That's a transition, baby. Stephen A. Smith, clip it.
Clip it, Stephen. Bud Light of running backs. Great at first, but then you graduate to something better.
You graduate to anything else. Anything else. And here's the thing, folks. It was revealed yesterday, Latavius Murray getting released by the New Orleans Saints. And this came to a shock to me because I drafted him in like 3 leagues later on. Yeah, I was like, oh, he's going to be good. Stash him away. And Kamara gets hurt or, goal line, whatever. And he's gone. He's released. And I was like, oh, okay, well, that's no good. And then everyone was like, oh, he's about to go to the Ravens. And I was like, okay. And then Le'Veon Bell. I mean, all right, let me put it this way. My thought on this, if the Chiefs can't do anything with Le'Veon Bell, are the Ravens going to be able to have a Le'Veon Bell renaissance?
Yeah, Brandon
Perna, what do you think?
Right?
Yeah, it's
Le'Veon
means rebirth.
Yes, Le'Veon Bell, like that, like he doesn't have a cologne brand, I don't think, and he's really missing out on an opportunity there. Chiefs, I was thinking about this earlier. The Chiefs are kind of like the fool's gold of running back production. You would think people were drafting Clyde Edwards-Helaire, another man, I guess.
I think that's how you pronounce it.
Last season. They're like, oh, this is gonna pop.
Oh yeah.
Here's the problem. Andy Reid. Yes. Running back friendly. Gonna call short passes to the running back. Problem is he's got Patrick Mahomes at quarterback, who is going to look at Le'Veon Bell 3 yards down the field and go, why would I throw to this guy when Patrick Mahomes, can throw the ball 50 yards down the field, literally anywhere on the field, to Tyreek Hill, who will always be open, or Travis Kelce, who will also always be open. He has 2 targets who nobody can ever freaking cover, and he can get the ball to them anywhere. So if you're a running back banking on those quick passes, Mahomes ain't going to do it that often. So that's why I think the Chiefs, not a great fit for a guy like Bell.
Did they release the contract numbers for him?
Le'Veon?
Yeah.
No, because they signed him to the practice squad. And then
so you know what? I wonder if Le'Veon actually was the one who made that call. And he's like, listen, you want me? Cool. I just want to win a ring. So just put me on there, stash me on practice squad. I'll make like $212,000 a year. And we'll just vibe. I'll work on myself and my rap album. You guys can work on winning football. I could rap about the football you're playing if you guys want. Here's a copy of my demo. I feel like that was the arrangement there, because I can't really see him getting utilized a whole lot.
Yeah, I don't know
real quick about running backs. Like Le'Veon Bell, what was it? Like 3 years ago, 4 years ago? Was like one of the best running backs in the league, like with Todd Gurley. God. And now both of them is woof. Like, this is why everyone's always so cautious of you don't pay running backs, because it could that and it's gone.
Yeah. I'm looking up their ages real quick. Le'Veon's 29. Todd Gurley is 27. Running backs, nobody gets shafted more than them in terms of money right now, because it's not only you don't want to pay them those big second contracts. It didn't work with Zeke yet. These 2 guys are examples, but also now people don't draft a running back in the first round, so they miss out on the first round money. Is the theory moving forward, because you can get similar production from guys in later rounds, and then nobody wants to pay them second contracts. And when they do, like you've done with Gurley and Bell, they regret it. Now, Todd Gurley had some weird knee issues, right? Some arthritis
in his knee,
appendicitis in his knee. I'm no doctor, but if I were the Ravens, who had talked to Todd Gurley and Le'Veon Bell, I don't know what world I'm taking Le'Veon Bell over Todd Gurley right now.
Ooh.
I think Gurley was more productive with the Falcons. I mean, fuck, he scored too many touchdowns for the Falcons last year. Cost him a game.
The Lions are like, thank you so much, buddy.
Like, I mean, I think Bell can still play, but like Gurley, if you're the Ravens and you have him in the backfield and Lamar Jackson under center in the red zone, that's a threat. So
yeah.
I would have taken a chance on Todd Gurley. Also, Todd Gurley never shat on his former head coach, who everybody loves. Todd Gurley taking Andy Reid, cheap shots at Andy Reid for no reason. Like, I don't want that guy on my team. I don't want the guy on my team who couldn't get along with the Steelers, couldn't get along with the Jets, couldn't get along with the Chiefs, and now he's a Raven.
And like, that's the thing too. Like, I feel like I gave Le'Veon the benefit of the doubt when he was on the Jets because of Adam Gase, and I was like,
yeah, I did too,
because he definitely wasn't utilized correctly, and it was like, oh, like, you know, it's not his fault or whatever. And then like the stuff with Andy Reid, and I was like, oh no, never mind. Like maybe it was a little bit of both. By the way, Jimmy with a hundo.
Wow,
saying,
Jimmy.
Don't forget to buy the new Bud Light Flannel Edition this fall. The best fall seltzer you can buy.
Wow.
I just love how Jimmy is sponsoring us by also sponsoring Bud Light, which is
crazy. Jimmy, bring in Bud Light for us. That's your next goal.
Oh, God. Please, God, no. If I had to pretend that I had to like just Bud Light just in tears the entire time. It's the beer of America. Dude,
I can't even drink beer anymore. That's how old I am now.
Is it a gluten intolerance?
It is the gluten messing with my tummy. Hates it. I like seltzers, but like I want beer sometimes, and I'm just like, do I ruin tomorrow for me now?
Do I ruin it so early? I actually got this in the mail from a fan. It sits on my desk. It's a Packers Bud Light can. However, they converted it into a candle, and it smells amazing.
Wow.
It's amazing. I keep it every now and then when I'm having a bad day. I've never lit it, but I just go and I go,
That's called aromatherapy.
Yes, it was going to be either that or like hard drug use, and I was like, you know what? Let's do this on the candle. Yeah, let's do that. I feel like that's a little bit better.
I like the smell is Aaron Rodgers after a shower. I can't imagine anything smelling better.
No, there's nothing. You know, the reason I like doing this show too is because, like, you know, it's the current home of Aaron Rodgers and the future home of Aaron Rodgers. You know, we got that going on. There's some things there. Thank you, really appreciate you, buddy. New sports show. Let's get it. Let's get it. Now, one other thing that I did want to talk about.
Okay.
And I wanted to kind of get into this.
Yes. Sounds serious.
How do I even begin to bring this up? The New Orleans Saints. I don't know if you saw this. It was breaking news. They just traded for a new corner.
Yes.
Who is not going to be there week 1, so suck it. Davante Adams is still going to destroy your ass. It doesn't matter. He's not there week 1. You could be in Jacksonville. You could be in Houston. You could be in New Orleans. You could be in Denver for all I care. It doesn't matter. Davante Adams is going to destroy you. Okay? It's not going to be it's going to be merciless. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be phenomenal. I just wanted to say that. I just want to get that out.
Yeah, that was a very long way of saying Bradley Roby still suspended week 1. Yeah. This news rings true or rings home for both of us because Bradley Roby, drafted by the Denver Broncos.
There you go.
Good corner for the Broncos.
There you go.
Sent to purgatory to play for the Texans. Was the Texans' best corner last year before he got suspended for PEDs. The reason I know that is because also at the time, Broncos corner AJ Boye got suspended for the same thing, and somebody else did too. But they were all seeing like the same guy who gave him some supplement that was not cleared by the NFL. So he's finishing serving out that suspension.
Yeah.
But Roby's a decent corner, and I am very happy to see somebody I love go to the Saints over the Texans to play for a good team. Get the hell out of Houston, Bradley. I'm happy for you. I'm happy for Tom that, you know, Davante Adams can run free week 1, and then Roby can come in week 2, get his motor going, get his wheels turning, And I think it's a decent pickup for the Saints. Roby, kind of like a good slot guy.
No, he'll be good. Lattimore will still be on Devontae Adams, and that'll open up for everything else. But as Jalen Ramsey knows, you can't cover Devontae Adams.
Nobody can cover him.
By the way, I believe you got a big dono, Mr. Brandon Perna, from Jimmy.
Oh my God, Jimmy! Jimmy! You know you want Bud Light. Bud Light loves all. Bud Light accepts all. Bud Light toasted marshmallow is what I want this fall. Jimmy, you're spitting poetry, which is the key to my heart.
Yes.
69. Nice. I think I have to say.
Yeah. Is nice squared, I believe, is the proper term.
Nice squared. Yeah.
Nice squared. Yeah. Nice
cubed.
Squared. Now, Mr. Brandon Perna.
Yes.
I can't tell you how freaking fracking excited I am. We have actual football tomorrow.
Oh my God.
NFL. People were like, but there was college football last weekend. No. Didn't some guy have 10 touchdowns or some crazy number? That's NFL blitz, folks. Actually, no, it's not NFL blitz because everyone gets ejected just for tackling. So it's not NFL blitz, but
I've played NFL blitz with Rod Smith before too, by the way, at Rod Smith's house.
Resume builder. Right there. Call back. But we have actual fracking football next week. And I know, and Scooter knows this too, that the Dallas Cowboys are an uphill battle for them to win that game. So I thought we'd do something a little bit interesting. I thought that each of us would try to prove why the other team would win. And I will graciously give you the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and allow you to explain why the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will win and will 99.9% be correct. And I will have the job of trying to justify why the Dallas Cowboys are going to beat the reigning defending Super Bowl champions, Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Okay. This is hard for me because I actually want the Cowboys to win.
But you just have to say facts. So
yeah. Let me start by saying this. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to beat the Dallas Cowboys on Thursday Night Football, the first game of the 2021 NFL season, because of 2 words. 3 words. Zach Martin COVID. Cowboys' best guard out for the first game. Buccaneers, my team, fully vaxxed. Everybody playing, and Ndamukong Suh comes back into the lineup. But here's the kicker. Dak Prescott needs all the protection he can get because the Buccaneers, the real reason they won the Super Bowl, have one of the best damn defenses in all of football, and they brought every single player back this offseason. They let one guy go, and I can't even remember his name, but you're like, oh man, if the Bucs didn't bring you back, you're probably not that good.
No.
But you got Shaq Barrett, new contract, former Bronco. Can't believe they didn't freaking keep him. But he is going to get after Dak Prescott. The pass rush is going to be impeccable. Dak Prescott, as good as he is, he ain't going to have any time to throw to those fancy, high-priced, elite wide receivers. CeeDee Lamb? More like leading a lamb to the slaughter, my friends, because that's what's going to happen this weekend. Also, that Buccaneers secondary, they were pretty young last year. Guys like Carlton Davis coming into his 3rd season, I expect them to be even better. What did the Cowboys struggle with last year? Oh yeah, defense. Going against Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Cameron Brate, OJ Howard's back, Gronk's in there too. Antonio Brown is like the last guy you even think of in that receiving group. And the Buccaneers found that playoff Lenny. You should give him the ball more during the regular season too. I just don't see how you stop this team, Tom. So good luck digging out of that deep, deep hole I just dug with a spoon. I took a while to get there. I should have used a shovel. Should have made it brief, but
no, I appreciate your thoroughness, and that's what. By the way, Michael, we will be talking about the Broncos' expectations this season. Don't worry. And Jimmy with a 69-69 again. 100% of most teams is a quarter of Green Bay. Broncos maybe an eighth.
Yeah.
That's a haiku. And it's beautiful. You know what, Brandon? I want to sit here and I want to justify why the Dallas Cowboys are going to win, but I feel unprepared.
Oh.
I feel like I'm missing something.
Uh-oh.
I feel like I need something.
Tom needs something. Tom needs something. This better be good. If he comes back, oh my God. Dez Bryant.
Listen, folks. Listen.
Give him a chance.
Listen. On my right. Actually, it's in the. No, it's not. It's next to the one. You can see right over there. There's a towel that's tacked to the wall, and it's from a Green Bay Packers playoff game, a divisional game. One could call it the Dez no catch game. And here I have a Dez Bryant jersey. My friends, the Dallas Cowboys like to call themselves America's team. And I don't know if anyone watched Hard Knocks this year. It was kind of boring.
No,
there was
very few.
There was that one cool like drone shot they did, but I digress.
Yeah. Sick drones.
It was sick drone. Like, yeah, it was like, that must have been really hard. It was one shot. It was really impressive. It was like that 1917.
I made my wife watch that shot.
just that part. Okay. Dez Bryant is no longer on the Dallas Cowboys. Instead, you have the three-headed monster of Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, Michael Gallup. That was a horse. That was Brandon's very familiar with them. Now I know there ain't no thunder, but Dak is the lightning. And yeah, Zach Martin might be COVID positive, as the kids say, or COVID lit, as the other kids say. And the defense, yeah, sure, they were one of the worst defenses in the league last year, but they got Micah Parsons, okay?
Yeah.
Okay? And I saw on Hard Knocks, his family member was there, and they were like, let's go, Micah. And that was exciting for him. And he was like, I just want to play, coach. Just put me in. And Mike McCarthy, I cannot tell you how many watermelons that man is going to smash for Thursday night's game. And I know that we've been talking about since 2003, Tom Brady falling off. I know it's been a while. It's been a hot second. But this is the season where it all falls apart for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Dallas Cowboys are going to put up 49 points against that defense. Yeah. And it is going to be phenomenal. And the Buccaneers are going to be looking around. They're like, what's happening? I don't know. Brady is going to count to 5 this time. Not even 4. He's going to count to 5. He's not going to, isn't there a 5th down now? I didn't read the new NFLPA rules. He's going to get so confused. The TB12 supplements aren't going to work. And so because of that, the Dallas Cowboys will not only be victorious, but they'll win like 13 other games just so they don't go 15-2, just so I can still win my bet with Scooter.
Oh my God. If Scooter loses that bet by 1 game, that would be the best. That would be the best.
Yeah.
Okay. I originally
by the way, I blacked out for a minute, so I don't know anything that I said, and I'm not responsible for anything.
You did fine. Oh, Scooter's in the chat. Holy
Scooter's in there. Scooter's in there.
Yeah, Scooter, we want the Cowboys to win 14 now.
I do want listen, I almost said the Scooters. I do want the Cowboys to win tomorrow. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
I do want them to win. But it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. It's going to be
tough. I think Zach Martin not being there is big. Usually, like if it's a guard's out, you got somebody you can, unless it's like Quentin Nelson. Like Quentin Nelson's the only guard in the league people really talk about, right? Like I'm not saying it's an easy position, but he's the best Cowboys lineman. And the Bucs defense is scary. I started to convince myself the Cowboys could win because I think when Dak's leading the offense, they can score a lot of points. And I was like, maybe this is going to be like a great first game of the season, tons of points by both teams. And then I just started remembering how good Tampa's D was. I was like, I don't think there's a chance Dallas wins this one.
Perna, it's like you walking into a brewery and you're like, wow, like look at all these great beer selections, right? Like all these are heavy hitters. Wow, like we could have a great time with these. But then you remember the gluten.
Oh, that
and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense is the gluten intolerance.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, we're going to punch you in the balls and it's not going to feel good tomorrow. And that's what the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are probably going to do to the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys will put up points. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, yeah.
But
more points than the Chiefs put up in the Super Bowl, I'll tell you that.
We should have been there.
Look, if you're feeling confident about this game and you want to get in on some of that sweet, sweet football action, DraftKings Sportsbook, use our code GPS. With the NFL returning, DraftKings is giving all customers the opportunity to participate in this week's no-brainer offer, which is Cowboys versus Buccaneers. Download the app today because DraftKings has moved the spread. Tampa Bay plus 73 for all customers. So, the Bucs got to lose by 74 for you to lose.
They might.
That's how you get the most value if you're signing up over at DraftKings.
They just want to give you free money the first time.
They want to give you free money to keep betting. I mean,
just sign
I'm
up
trying to think of how much money
accounts.
I would pay to watch the Buccaneers lose by 70.
It'd be worth any money that you put down to lose. It would definitely. And listen, folks, you might be like, oh, GPS. I was watching Mark Rober channel. I was watching an episode on the elephant toothpaste. I don't know if you saw that. That was pretty impressive. Even he had a DraftKings sponsor, and that man don't care about football. You don't care about football. Mr. Beast had a DraftKings thing in there. What?
All right, look, there's some action in there. Like I said, QB prop bets. These are things I like. Dak. Is he going to throw for over 294 yards? Tom Brady
looks like math.
5 against that. That's how much we know the Cowboys defense struggles in the passing game. A 305 for Tom Brady.
Math.
There's those same game parlays. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use code GPS. Oh, where'd my code go?
Oh, it's gone forever.
There it is. And all new users will receive a deposit bonus of up to $1,000 with their first deposit when you use our sweet, delicious code.
It's a lot of Bud Light.
Put our code in your mouth and eat it. That's how sweet and delicious it is.
Is it gluten-free and vegan?
I'm going to talk to DraftKings and see if they can at least provide that option.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
And if sportsbooks aren't available in your state, don't forget about the DraftKings Fantasy app. They're offering millions of dollars in total prizes every week. Again, link in the description for DraftKings. Code GPS. Boom. And just remember, DraftKings sponsored this show without ever seeing this show. So, talk about chill.
They were like, we're going to give you a month. We're going to give you the month of September. And if people sign up, cool. If not, never again.
We will end you.
Oh, yeah. So, by the way, you're going to have to get those recyclable diapers, like those reusable ones. You're going to throw them in the laundry. It's going to be bad. It's going to be.
Who do you think
the baby
would actually use a diaper on clickbait if we punished him with it?
I don't know, but I want to see Tree in one.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
I feel like he'd look like a big baby. I just feel like I would get a lot of joy out of that. Like there had to be the pins on the side. So
the big baby pins. Yes.
The pins. It's just the diaper. It's just that. And that's
I haven't been putting the baby pins on my baby's diaper at home. Maybe I should get some sharp objects to keep around her torso. That sounds smart.
I think so. Wiz, by the way, with a 20. Cowboys worth $6.9 billion. That's got to count for something, right?
Oh, yeah. I saw that today.
Nice. Jimmy with a 69 again, say there's never enough Bud Light. Not a thing. Fair enough. And Asher with a 5 saying they hate Tom Brady so much they're actually going to root for the Cowboys. Yeah, you found a way. You found a way. What? This should be Jerry Jones every year. Whoever Tom Brady goes to next, just go play them every single year. I know it's predetermined, but do that, and then people will actually root for your team. Could you imagine? Oh my God, like an NFC Championship game between the Cowboys and the Buccaneers. Oh, I don't know what I would do. Like I would just end it the samurai way.
Yeah.
Sabuka. Like,
with honor.
Yeah.
That's the only honorable way to end it.
And dignity. Yeah. No, that's 100%. Now,
well, I just wanted to mention one more thing I saw. It's just, I saw the headline or the soundbite, and it was Amari Cooper believes he's the best receiver in the league, but he hasn't shown it yet.
Same here, Amari. Same here.
Yeah.
I am the best wide receiver on the Packers. This is not even my final form.
I respect the honesty, Amari, but you just said you're not the best wide receiver in the league.
That is accurate. That is accurate. Now, Brandon Perna, it's around this time that you see lots of videos going out there about sleeper teams. Right? You got fantasy going on, and like these sleeper picks and these sleeper teams and all this great stuff. So I thought it would be good to pick exactly. Oh my God, it's like my grandpa. Grandpa? Oh, this is bringing back some bad memories. So in terms of sleeper teams, sorry, that's me at 5 o'clock this morning.
Vietnam vet in my head. Anyway,
that's it. So sleeper teams, what I thought we could each do, we'll pick an actual legit sleeper team that we think is gonna is not really talked about too much. And then we're gonna take a deep sleeper, a coma team, if you will, that ain't nobody talking about. Ain't nobody. And why they could potentially go far this year. Would you like me to start, or would you like to start, Mr. Brandon Perna?
No, you start, because I forgot to think about my actual sleeper team.
That's fine. I got it. All right. I've been saying this on the channel the entire time. Brandon, just cover your ears a little bit. Just a little bit. My actual sleeper team is the LA Chargers. Okay. The LA Chargers, they got everything, buddy. They got a new defensive-minded head coach. Okay. I didn't want to break up after the first episode, but it has to happen here. Okay. Austin Eckler, going to have a phenomenal season. Corey Linsley, all-pro center. You got Brian Bulaga, Iowa, still there. So you got the Green Bay Packer connection. Okay. Justin Herbert, rookie of the year. Easy. Keenan Allen, still there. Williams, I'm pretty sure he's in a contract year. Pretty sure. Defense, still got the Bosa's. But you also have inside linebackers who are going to be taking a step. But Derwin James is also coming back. And the biggest problem with the Chargers last year is their defense was like, oh, you liked that lead? Oh, you didn't want us to let the other team score? Oh, that's on me. That's my bad. So if they can just suck like 18% less, I think that they could go pretty far this year.
Yeah, well, they should be getting Drew Tranquil back at linebacker. So you're talking about that, and I think Will Keys and I cursed him last year. We put him as like our underrated player on the Chargers, and then he got hurt for the season, like the day after. Derwin James, hopefully he stays healthy for the season. Very, very talented safety.
He's so good.
Really took Jason Verrett's spot of being the best player who's kind of always hurt for the Chargers. That's the thing, man. Like every time people buy into the Chargers, they get all these. I mean, Austin Eckler got hurt last season. They didn't have anybody behind Eckler. Also, I thought Latavius Murray makes a lot of sense to the Chargers. You got Eckler and then you got Murray because their running back depth behind Eckler last year, an issue. I think in addition to the defense, that kind of hurt the Chargers. Who their backup backs? It's like Josh Kelly and Justin Jackson.
All I'm saying is if they're able to stay healthy.
Yeah, fair enough. I don't agree with that because I feel like people say the Chargers are the sleeper team every year, and it just
but this time I'm saying
right.
I don't talk about it in the other years. This time I'm saying it. So
okay, so here's my actual sleeper team.
Okay, what do you got?
I'm gonna stay in the same damn city and say Los Angeles Rams.
Oh yeah.
It's a little bit of a cheat on my part because they won a playoff game last year with John Wolford, or injured Jared. They started with Wolford, and then he got hurt, and then injured Jared Goff came in and won the game. And as much as people want to poo-poo on Jared Goff, like He played with a broken thumb. Give the guy some credit there. They added Matthew Stafford. They probably made the biggest upgrade at QB of any team this offseason. Definitely more so than my Broncos. More so than the Jags with Trevor Lawrence, because
Gardner Minshew's a god.
Gardner Minshew was the better quarterback, and the Jags have their team as a Jag. Zach Wilson with the Jets, same issue there. Like, Stafford is going to thrive in Los Angeles. Sean McVay, so confident, doesn't even want to see Stafford play in a preseason game. Not just this season, ever. I think McVay said he will never play in a preseason game for me.
Never.
That's a tough division, the NFC West. But I'm going to say the Rams win it. Like, if that defense is, it can be a little bit worse this season, but they're going to have Stafford throwing the ball around. Okay. Underrated kind of receivers there. I think
Robert Woods, Cooper Kupp.
Oh, dude, Woods is the epitome of underrated. So talented. Yeah. Nobody talks about him. Cooper Kupp, solid. Hopefully they get their running game going a little bit. But yeah, I think they're my actual sleeper team. Again, a little bit of cheat because they're a playoff team, but
hey, I feel like a lot of people are like picking the Rams to do well this year, but I mean, that division is going to be just brutal. Like, because you have like potential 4 playoff teams coming from that division.
Yeah, I'm going to say it right now. The Cardinals are not a playoff team.
I don't think so either, but I think they're still going to be good.
They'll be all right. Yeah, they were the catalyst to the Bills. So they just need to do one Hail Mary against the Bills to propel them into the playoffs again.
Yep. That's it. That's all I need. Yep. All right. So then a coma team. Coma. Deep sleep. I'm like going back and forth here because like this is when you just throw darts against the wall. Mm-hmm. I think honestly, it's between 2 teams. It's between the New York Football Giants and the Carolina Panthers. I'm going deep in there. I think I want to give a slight edge actually to the Giants because their defense at the end of the year looks pretty damn good. Saquon's coming back for 3 games before he gets injured behind that offensive line again. They got Kenny Golladay, right? Daniel Jones is going to either figure it out or not. That's going to be something. But I think that they have enough in a bad division where they could sneak into the playoffs and they could cause some damage. The Panthers are another one too. Like I feel like a lot of that's going to rest on Sam Darnold. They have a very young defense that they're reconstructing, but I feel like either of those teams could be like my deep coma sleeper teams.
I think the Giants will be trading for Gardner Minshew.
Ooh.
I mean, they got Mike Glennon as the backup to Dan Jones, so they're all in on Dan Jones. I like the Giants as well. My Instagram post yesterday at Brandon Perna, I had 3 boomer bust teams. Like, I wanted to pick the Broncos for the sleeper of this episode, but we're going to talk about them later, so I didn't do it. Yeah. But my 3 teams were the Rams, the Broncos, and the Giants. And I think the Giants are primed to have a good season if Daniel Jones doesn't, pardon my French, fuck it up royally fuck it up. He just got to get better. I thought Dan Jones and Drew Lock were in the same boat. Basically, this is their prove it season, but Vic Fangio said, no, we're going with Teddy Bridgewater. So
we're not even going to give him the opportunity. I just want to see a movie be made about like the New York Giants during this time, really New Jersey, and them to just highlight Daniel Jones like taking off and running 80 yards. And it's like this looking back, he's like, I'm gonna win, and then just the slow fall. Like I want to see that in a Hollywood film, and I would go see it.
Here's a question: is Daniel Jones the sneakiest fast player in the NFL? And by that we mean, is he the fastest white guy in the NFL? Because when you say sneaky fast, you're talking about
sneaky fast.
A guy, and he like it's beyond that. He looks like he would be slow, but I believe on that run, he reached the same speed as Tyreek Hill.
You know what? I would not necessarily disagree with that. Jimmy with a fitty saying Bud Light Seltzer, yee.
Okay, God, Jimmy, you're paying You're paying Tom's mortgage this month.
that it's just with the Bud Light. It's just now I'm gonna have to buy some Bud Light. It's gonna be bad. You know what? I would agree with that. I think because no one thinks he's fast, right?
Yeah.
Like you look at like a Taysom Hill, he's fast, right? Like he's fast. You look at like some other receivers, you're like, oh yeah, they go fast, right? I mean, of course, Henry Ruggs go fast, Eric Stokes go fast. We all know that they go fast. And
Dan Jones go fast.
Now Daniel Jones go fast.
Daniel Jones does go pretty fast. So I'm saying he might be the fastest unsuspecting player in the league.
Okay.
So yeah, okay, Giants. I agree. I know I'm supposed to probably like disagree with you on these. Like if we were to
there's no agree or disagree, buddy. It's good.
This is why they won't do it.
Oh wait, no, we're still auditioning.
Oh yeah,
LeBron is the greatest of all time, and that's why.
That is why.
Your coma team that nobody's talking about, Brandon Perna.
Oh, my coma team. Now, I wanted to say the Kansas City Chiefs was my coma team, but
not a lot of noise.
I like your Panthers. I'm looking for Sam Darnold revenge, which week 1 he's playing the Jets. Could happen. I'm going to go with the Detroit Lions here, Tom. In your own division, people are saying Dan Campbell is either crazy or stupid.
Yes.
Or crazy stupid. I'm saying genius. I'm saying he is genuine with his football guy motivation. Unlike Mike McCarthy trying to smash them watermelons. What was the Austin Powers, the Mojo, whatever the hell he's doing. People don't buy into Mike McCarthy because it doesn't seem real. Dan Campbell, I think a lot of players would follow that guy into the depths of hell. Now, I might have picked Jared Goff to lead the league in interceptions, so I will contradict myself day to day, but I don't think Goff's that bad. Do I trust the Lions roster? No. But for the Lions, all they got to do is win 7 games, and I feel like this is a successful call. People think they might be competing for the first overall draft pick.
Which I disagree with, by the way. I do disagree with that. I do not think they'll be the first overall pick. I think that is surely in the hands of the Houston Texans.
Yeah. And here's the thing. I don't like the Minnesota Vikings defense. I think
they got a little better, to their credit. I hate to, it felt gross.
We'll see.
Okay.
But and yes, you Lions lose Kenny Golladay. They lose Marvin Jones. They lose Matthew Stafford. Oh shit, this is they are in a coma. Modern medical science. The Lions give me 6 or 7 wins, baby, and we're back.
Okay. All right. So you think the Lions are a 7-win team?
I think they can do it.
And that is a successful year. I mean, that most definitely is a successful year for them.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? I think that's, I want to say it's a good call, but
they're unconventional. It's either going to work or it's not.
I legit think that someone's going to try to bite someone's knee. Like Campbell's going to be like, "Oh, you thought I was kidding?" Like, no. Like legit, they're going to send someone out there with like a spork and they're going to go to town.
Here's the other thing. They invested heavily in their offensive line.
They did.
They're building from the trenches, which I actually think is a smart way to build.
Very smart.
Team, especially when you don't already have your franchise QB. So I think they might actually be dominant in those key areas where like you're looking for skilled players. You're looking for the flashy stuff. Maybe the Lions just do it the gritty way. There's going to be a lot of close games, but Thomas, don't worry. We haven't even got to the Broncos yet, Thomas. So we will be getting to Broncos Packers talk here in a minute, my friend.
Look at that transition. Perfect. Let's look at that. Thomas, it's like you knew.
We do have some graphic transitions, but I didn't realize I needed a different file format until about 5 minutes for the show. So maybe next week you'll see some sexy work by our friend John again.
Could be Friday. We'll see.
Yeah, that's we're doing this show a lot.
Monday, Wednesday. Right. Wait, we're still good with that, right? We're still good.
Yeah, we'll be here Friday, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday morning. Tom, we're approaching the hour. I think we should talk about our Broncos Packers predictions for the season. Is that what we're doing?
That's what we're doing, buddy, because it only makes sense for the first episode that we give our thoughts on each other's teams. Now, the Green Bay Packers. Music, please. The Green Bay Packers. The Last Dance. Aaron Rodgers. Devontae Adams.
It's a slow dance.
2 peas in a pod. Their ballet dancing across the stage. Rain is falling down. Aaron Rodgers looks up and goes, "One last time." The offense has stayed basically the same. Corey Linsley did leave. Josh Myers, rookie, second rounder, coming in. Hopefully can hold the mantle on his broad shoulders. And it's broad because he's big. He's a large man. He's a large man. And then Jamal Williams, J Swag Daddy, going to the Detroit Lions. So if they actually are good this year, I'm okay with it because Jamal Williams is, bless his heart.
Oh, yeah.
I love him.
that.
How could you forget about J Swag Daddy?
Best, just
I love him.
Genuinely entertaining guy. I love Jamal Adams.
I want him back.
I mean, Williams.
I want him back.
Jamal Adams, okay.
I want him back. Yeah, Jamal Williams. Anyway, AJ Dillon, Quadzilla, the Quad Father, as the number 2 right now. Offense is going to be clicking, rock and rolling. Got Amari Rodgers, got Randall Cobb back there. It's going to be great. We're the number 1 scorer in offense last season. We're going to do it again. Now the defense, bringing Joe Barry. At first, I was like, I don't know. This boomer, does he got it? But apparently the players love him. And he's really good at developing linebackers. And so I think that defense will be pretty good. It's basically the same defense, except we got Eric Stokes go fast. And we got some guys like TJ Slayton from Florida, who's a behemoth of a man.
Question.
Answer.
Kevin King.
Yes.
You did a video about his press conference.
Yes.
What'd you take away from that makes you think he's going to have a better year?
I think his mistakes are highlighted. Like the NFC Championship game was really bad for Kevin King. It was really bad. However, he put together a decent season. Like it wasn't catastrophic by any means. He made mistakes, absolutely. But I think it's one of those things like MVS, for example. So Marquez Valdez-Scantling, right? I think he's going to have a great year this year. However, he is known for dropping the ball. So when he drops a ball, everyone's like, because like, oh my God, look how terrible he is. However, in the NFC Championship game, he was like our best receiver and he was amazing. He had like over 100 yards. Like he was great. So I think that for Kevin King, it makes a lot of sense to bring him back because he's a solid player and it allows Eric Stokes, go fast, our new corner, our first round corner, to ease into the position and probably eventually take it over. But I mean, as you know, corner is like one of the hardest positions to transition from college. And speaking of the Lions, you look at Okuda from last year, like picked top 5, had a rough 3/4 of the year. Got a little bit better as the year went on, but had a rough.
Be better. He's gonna be better.
He'll probably be better. You know, Surtain, I wouldn't be surprised if I know he was good in the preseason, but so is Josh Jackson that we traded. Like, I think that he might struggle a little bit just because he's not going to struggle at all.
But I can tell you why. Like, he doesn't have to start.
That's what I mean.
Starting corners ahead of him, like, and they're going to use him in different packages. Like, he might be linebacker, he might be corner, he might be edge rusher. We don't know. We
don't know. They'll put him as QB if the that's it. If it doesn't work out. So I think that the Packers have a really good shot. They do have a tougher schedule. They're going up against, I think, like 9 playoff teams from last year. Like it's gonna be a little rough, but I think they have a good shot.
Sharpens iron, Tom.
That's it, baby. David Bakhtiari, he comes back hopefully after week 6, and all I'm hoping is that TJ Watt decides to sit out until week 5 because we play the Steelers week 4. That's it.
There you go, TJ.
Packers, Super Bowl or bust.
Gotta be. Okay. So what do I like about the Denver Broncos? Everything, with the big question mark at QB. They are a sleeper team because many people believe their defense is going to be very good. No weaknesses really on defense. Starting at safety, you got Justin Simmons. My pick for best safety in the league, if not top 3. Kareem Jackson, the human torpedo, veteran, smart. When he tackles guys, he goes in to murder them. which I appreciate because he's kind of like a smaller built dude. Then we've got, like I said, 4 corners. Teams trying to trade for our corners. We have so many. Bryce Callahan, Ronald Darby, Fuller coming over from the Bears, and Patrick Surtain. Then we've got OJ Mudia behind him in his second year. I think he's going to be all right. Linebackers are good. Defensive front. This was just crushed by injuries last year. Von Miller's back. Bradley Chubb. We got the edge covered. Behind them, we've got Malik Reed, who is a sleeper player himself. Basically, we had Shaq Barrett there, but they didn't keep him. And then our defensive line, dismantled by injuries last year. Shelby Harris, my favorite player. All he does is bat down passes, led the league in batted passes. He played like 2 snaps in the preseason and batted down 4 balls. So I am looking, and Draymond Jones heading into his 3rd season, I think. Like, the defense is going to be good. We know that. Offensive line, for the first time in years, not a problem last year. Okay, Garrett Bowles made a Josh Allen like leap. Okay, Garrett Bowles is the Josh Allen of the Broncos. Great left tackle now. They've got good depth on the offensive line, which is crazy. 2 running backs I love. Melvin Gordon, like MVS, he fumbles sometimes, so that's what you remember. But he's a damn good running back, and a lot of people like Javonte Williams. They're drafting him ahead of Melvin Gordon in a lot of fantasy leagues. We know we're stacked at receiver. Cortland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy, KJ Hamler, Tim Patrick, who would have been like if the Broncos traded for Rodgers. Tim Patrick is like he had 0 drops last year. He's the guy you throw it to, he's going to catch it.
We got a tight end. What do you got a tight end? I know you got.
We got Noah Fant. We got Albert O, who I didn't even know was going to be back so soon because he tore his ACL last year. Might be more athletically gifted than Noah Fant. And then Eric Saubert, who the Jaguars released to make room for Tim Tebow. And this dude has caught nothing but tough passes all preseason. Red zone threat. So, yeah. And now quarterback, Teddy Bridgewater. Teddy 2 gloves, a.k.a. Teddy 2 masks, because he ain't going to get duped for trying to trick the NFL out of COVID protocols like the Broncos did last season.
It's true.
Which is why they had to start a wide receiver at quarterback, which we learned yesterday. My
video don't feel as bad now.
Popping because of that.
Where did our graphics? Where did our graphics go?
Oh, man. Where'd that?
They disappeared like our QBs.
There we go. Boom. Back up. I might have clicked it accidentally. Teddy. Not the sexy choice, but the safe choice. Okay. That defense, if it is top 5, all Teddy has to do is not lose games. So in a tough AFC West, possibly, I think the Raiders will be bad. And I think the Chargers, like you said, may be pretty good. But the Broncos always beat the Chargers. So I think Denver going to make the playoffs. After that, I have no expectations. I just want to be making Broncos videos in December, and people are paying attention to them.
Listen, you could be making it into January because we have that extra game now. So, like,
that stupid long.
You got it added. And by the way, Jimmy with a 20 saying, "That's what she said." Yee, dilly dilly, Bud Light. So
dilly.
That's okay. All right. So you think they got a legit playoff shot, like getting in, sneaking in, maybe like that number 7 seed?
I talk myself into this every year, man.
Okay.
And last year was fool's gold. This year, I have to assume they'll be healthier. Every team's going to deal with some injuries, but
sure.
Like if Aaron Rodgers was a quarterback, I believe this is a Super Bowl team. Matthew Stafford is the quarterback. I believe this is a Super Bowl team.
I agree.
Hell, let me think. Kirk Cousins. I think this is a deep playoff team. That's how confident I am in this roster.
He's going to infect your whole team, buddy. Don't do it.
Yeah, well, I'm not saying I want.
Don't look Kirk Cousins in the eye. He'll turn you to stone.
That's a comparison. So Teddy, I'm on the Teddy train. Okay. Oh, there's our man. There's our man, Johnny Rockford, baby.
Johnny Rockford, it's okay. Responsible for all these beautiful graphics.
Johnny, you're the man. You had no kinks. I forgot to tell you AVI format and not good on my end. That's a me problem, Johnny.
Listen, first working out the kinks for the first show. It's all good.
We'll be working out the kinks come show 79. Come show 250.
69 will be great, though. But, ladies and gentlemen,
You did it.
This is our first show. I think this is pretty good. I think it's pretty good.
Pretty good. I was watching Curb Your Enthusiasm last night. So
there you go. Well, folks, we will be back here in those days on Friday, recapping what happened on Thursday, looking ahead to week 1, looking at the best matchups of the week. It's going to be fracking phenomenal. I want to thank everybody for the donos. I want to thank everybody for tuning in, showing up. We know it's 11 a.m. in the morning on the East Coast. We know it's 10 a.m. Central Time. We know that it's 9 a.m. Mountain Time. And
8
8 a.m.
West Coasties.
The West Coast. And then you got Europe and Hawaii, and you got all those places. And I want to thank all of you for showing up, showing the support that you do to Perna, that you do for me.
Oh, my God.
And we're going to be going all season long, 3 days a week. We're super duper excited for this show. And we look forward to having you on the journey with us as we navigate through your season.
Yes. In 4 years, when your local news is just this show because it's so successful. No, this is where it started.
That's it.
This is where it started.
Watch out, Sinclair Broadcasting. We're coming for you.
Yeah, we're coming for you. Oh, my God. And I just want to reiterate what Tom said. Thank you guys for showing up every time we do this shit. Because without you, Tom and I, we disappear into the ether and die.
I'm in a school right now that has a black mold outbreak.
Ooh. No good. All right. Well, we'll see you guys Friday morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Again, GPS, code, things, stuff.
Oh, yeah, GPS. Like, go to websites that we don't even sponsor and just click GPS in the codes.
That's it.
See if it works.
Just try GPS on everything.